11 people were killed, 7 of whom were under the age of 20. This was all caused by the stampede outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. All while the RCB team was being felicitated for winning the IPL for the first time. People were running to save their lives, crying and begging for help outside, while the celebrations kept going on inside. Make no mistake, viewers, the Congress Sarkara is to be entirely blamed for this tragedy, even if they try and shirk responsibility in every possible way. D.K. Shivakumar, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, was the face of celebrations. He saw how lakhs turned up at Vidhana Soudha and the police was overwhelmed. Yet the government did not stop the event. In fact, there's a blame game happening now with the Sarkara in the court saying RCB was looking after event management and security too. The show was allowed to go on. When the crowd moved towards Chinnaswamy Stadium, the administration still did not intervene. The Deputy Chief Minister shamelessly lifted the trophy in the presence of the team at the stadium, even as lives were being lost outside. And today, the same Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, shed tears, making it seem like this tragedy affected him personally, when in the first place, it was the responsibility of the government, the administration, the police, the organizers, to ensure safety and security of people.
I don't want to speak politics, dirty politics. Our Yavatunu, BJP and JDS always place politics on dead bodies. That is their life, this one. Yeah, their agenda, political agenda. But they should see what they have done. We are deeply hurt. It is our own family, all the members, the image of Karnataka, the image of Bangalore. Yes, we take it. We are not blaming on others. Though it has happened very unexpectedly. We never expect, no one expected such a crowd. After 18 years, I don't know what was boiling in the youngsters. They all came. No doubt, some decision was there. They wanted to come when they open. That is all debatable. Things has happened. Now let us be a part of the grief. We want to respect them. My party, even in the national level also, they are very much concerned on this issue. So let us, we'll try to find a solution for this.
Sir, the permissions, so the BJP is saying that the permission was not given by the
I don't want to react to any of this BJP guys. I am only answer to the people of Karnataka and the people of the country. All BJPs are all nonsense political creation. They are also the masterminds of all these dirty things.
It is unfortunate, this incident has happened. I feel very sorry for it. 11 innocent lives have been lost. I pray the Almighty to give strength, to the families. Government also is with them. We have given a compensation. Of course, compensation is not a, an answer. But then again, we have to, as government, we have to do that.
Had such crowds not been anticipated, sir? You said nearly 9 lakh, 8.7 lakh people is what travelled back in the metro. Was this crowd not anticipated at all, sir?
Metro has made an announcement that between 9 and 11, there were about 8.7 lakh people have travelled. So 90% of them would be the same crowd. So that is the magnitude of the crowd. I am trying to say that.
You see the visuals behind me? And notice the timeline. Fans gathered outside the Vidhana Soudha at 2:45. The priority was to felicitate the players. And the politicians were witnessing it all, especially the Deputy Chief Minister, that the crowd was swelling. But look at the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka. His priority and the only objective all this while remains completely focused on felicitating the players. Look at the deployment of the police officials. You can see maximum deployment there at Vidhana Soudha. Remember, some of them also said that, thank God nothing happened at Vidhana Soudha. The top cops were on ground, so they definitely could take note of how the crowd was swelling outside the Vidhana Soudha. And once the event there was over, people start moving towards Chinnaswamy Stadium. Take a look at how there, in fact, was an urgency, sense of urgency to ensure that the politicians are all there seen felicitating the players. Look at these visuals now outside Chinnaswamy Stadium, how the crowd there was gathering. It was only swelling. Then there was lathi charge at around 5 p.m. to control the crowd. Remember what DK Shivakumar said yesterday? We did not want to use lathi charge on the fans. They were out there to celebrate. But ultimately, that's what the cops did to control the crowd. And look at these visuals. If there was adequate security arrangement, do you think this would have happened? That the fans would have tried to scale the walls and tried to get an entry inside the stadium? Remember, posts were being put out by RCB as well saying that the entry is free. There is no clarity on who sought permission when, whether it was given or not, because one side claims that they cancelled the victory parade, then there is an announcement that the victory parade will happen, there are free passes. Now take a look at this. The team reaches the Vidhana Saudha. These are visuals that you're getting at 5:20 p.m. You know, all this while, from 4 p.m. onwards, there were reports that started coming in of a stampede, reports that started coming in of people being injured, of people losing their lives. And before entering the stadium, DK Shivakumar was asked about. He said he has no confirmation on the lives lost. Then he goes inside the stadium, takes part in the celebration. You can see him holding the trophy, kissing the trophy. And first he says, I am sorry for cancelling the parade. We apologize. We cancelled the parade. The second statement or the second response was when perhaps the Deputy Chief Minister realized that people lost their lives. And then came the tears. Let's open this up and go across to our guests. We have Dr. Narendra Rangappa, spokesperson of the BJP, and Amrit Shenoy, political analyst. Mr. Shenoy, let's just keep the BJP out of the equation because everybody in Karnataka is saying, let's not politicize. Fair enough, let's not politicize. But is there no accountability and answerability to the people of Karnataka, to the people of Bengaluru? Because we've been continuously speaking to the eyewitness who say that there were no arrangements made. There was no ambulance in sight. People were carried in arms, no stretchers to be seen. All this while, what you can see prominently is the Deputy Chief Minister holding the cup, the Deputy Chief Minister garlanding the players. The only priority seems to be welcoming and felicitating the players. Can you hear me, Mr. Shenoy? Okay, we've lost that line perhaps, Mr. Shenoy. We'll try and connect with him again. Let me bring in Dr. Rangappa. Dr. Rangappa, the visuals that we are looking at, and these visuals tell you what the priority was for DK Shivakumar, for the administration, because now today in the latest, in the court, the Sarkara has said, the RCB is responsible. Top sources in the police are saying, we told the RCB that there are challenges ahead, but RCB decided to go ahead with it. So if everything was RCB's responsibility, what was the Deputy Chief Minister doing there? Becoming the face of the celebration, felicitating the players, garlanding the players, holding that trophy in his hand. Dr. Rangappa, can you hear me? Okay, there seems to be a little bit of an issue in connecting with our guests, but look at the visuals on your screens. People struggling for breath, people losing their lives, the cops on duty who were faced with this challenge, struggling to save lives. While on the other hand, in those images, it's evident how the priority for DK Shivakumar at that moment was to ensure that he is prominently seen everywhere, wherever the celebration is taking place. Look at this particular visual, smacking a person because he perhaps came in DK Shivakumar's way. Look at this visual. The family of the victims with folded hands, pleading with the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka in that conversation. Today, DK Shivakumar is shedding tears, but people are asking, what is the point of doing that today? Yesterday, if the government, if the authorities would have taken some decision in terms of crowd control, lives could have been saved. Dr. Rangappa is back with us on the broadcast. But, today the government is saying RCB is responsible. We saw the Deputy Chief Minister getting all emotional, teary-eyed as well, Dr. Rangappa.
Mr. DK Shivakumar is shedding crocodile tears. I will start my debate by opening a article written by one Nina George, a journalist in Deccan Herald, where she has quoted, "Good advice ignored." According to her sources, the police officers who have spoken to DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah, they advised against the program. They said this program should not happen today. It should happen on Sunday. If it happens today, there is going to be a tragedy because the police personnel were used the previous night till midnight in Central Bangalore district when people were reveling on the road celebrating the victory. Despite this, who forced the event to happen? Despite this, did the police commissioner give the permission? Who sought the permission? Was it the RCB? Was it the KSA? Or was it the government of Karnataka? Whose job is law and order? The government of Karnataka, the chief minister, the deputy chief minister, and the DCM who is in charge of Bangalore. Did they permit it? Even if you have to put a small Ganesha Pandal, you have to take a permission. Recently, a Western musician was performing in Church Street.
Dr.
Five
Rangappa,
people
there was
were
also a lot of
standing
confusion
and
on whether a victory parade is happening or not. First, there was an announcement, then there was a denial. The traffic police put out a post. They then deleted that post as well, talking about cancellation of the victory parade. There was confusion and total chaos from top to bottom. All of a sudden, RCB decides to announce that there are going to be free passes, free entry, and that encourages the fans who did not know what was in store for them. Isn't it the responsibility of the government, the administration, to ensure that RCB was not allowed to act in this manner if they are blaming the RCB for this?
This is the most shameful statement that I have ever seen in politics. You do all nonsense, all mistakes, and you say BJP is playing politics on dead bodies. Who were responsible for falling off the dead bodies? Who was responsible for that? Why did you allow the event to occur? Why didn't you anticipate the number of crowds? Did you position the ambulances there according to the population that is going to be assembling? You yourself said there were 30,000 people. Where were the adequate ambulances? Where were the doctors? Where were the paramedics? Where were the emergency setup made? Nothing was done. Even the High Court has issued a notice to the government of Karnataka, so moto, saying that the premises of High Court was breached. People were standing in the terraces and balconies of the High Court. The High Court is to the government of Karnataka.
How can RCB push for? How can RCB push for celebrations? Are we then saying that the entire machinery, the state machinery and the government was bowing down before that pressure?
Definitely, definitely. And the question is, who was this person who was putting the pressure to have the event, even though the police said no? What was the reason? Who was the person? That has to be investigated. If those two persons who had the program, one in front of the Vidhan Saudha, one in the KSA, both of them have to be investigated. Who will investigate them? The district magistrate? The district collector? No. It should be a sitting High Court judge who will investigate what was the role of the DCM and what was the role of the CM in this thing. And in this regard, the Bharatiya Janata Party strongly says that Mr. Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar should resign. They should follow the moral path laid on by the past politicians in Karnataka, and they should face inquiry, and they should resign immediately.
Right, Dr. Rangappa, thank you very much for joining us. You know, clearly no answers are coming in because we confronted the officials, we confronted the netas as well. Everyone at this point of time shunning responsibility, putting the blame on someone else in the court as well. That's what we heard. The Sarkara saying that RCB is responsible for things. The court has now taken cognizance and sought a detailed report. Thank you very much, Dr. Rangappa, for joining us.